Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I've got the Mavic Air 2 today, and we are going to mess around with focus track a little bit. Particularly, we are going to put the spotlight on spotlight mode. So there's spotlight, when you look at focus track, you know, you kind of think of it as just a cameraman mode. But there's a lot more to it than what you think. So let's put this guy up in the air and let's explore focus track spotlight mode a little bit, and maybe we'll both learn some things together. Alright, let me get this thing up in the air. Okay, I've got the drone fired up and the controller, they're connected. So we've got the we have the, not the GoFly, the Fly app going here. So yeah, it's telling me takeoff permitted. Let's click at the top there and look and make sure our return to home altitude is correct. Pre-flight check is normal. We're going to format the card. Always a good idea to format the card in the drone. So that's good. No reason that we can't take off, and we are in normal mode here. So I'm going to take a look. 4K 30 frames per second, and I think what you'll see happen when we go into spotlight mode, 30 frames per second will be the max frame rate that we can choose, and I know it eliminates some other frame rates. So we'll look at that when we get it into focus track here. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and take off. So I'm going to hit that on the app. Let me get out of the way so you can see it here. Got a little bit of a breeze going. So yeah, let's pick the drone up here a little bit and let's let it get a look at its landing site. One of the things that they tell you to do to get a precision landing, and we always do that just for the fun of it, is to let the drone hover up there for a second to get a look at its landing site. So that should be good. Let's bring it back down here and get a good look at the drone. Bring it into the camera here a little. And of course, because of we have obstacle avoidance, this is about as close as it's going to let me get. So let's go ahead and yaw around here. Normal mode, that's a pretty quick yaw. Okay. Enough of that business. Let's do our manual droney. Reverse and up now. Reverse and up. Let me draw up the camera just a little. I'm telling you, I love these DJI flight controls. Okay. So we are kind of in a perfect spot for what I want to try next. So we're going to go into focus track, and I'm going to try and focus on the head of our favorite cell phone tower there. So let me get in closer to it, and we're going to show you some of the things you can do with spotlight mode. So I don't know if this is close enough or not. We might have to, you know what, we might have to get closer. So let's get plenty close to it. I'll drop some altitude here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a box around the very top of the cell phone tower. And that's our focus. So we're on spotlight. See, we got the spotlight highlighted. So we're on spotlight now. So what I can do now, I'm going to show you. I'm just going to push the stick to my right. And it, well... didn't do what I thought. Okay, so it moved our spotlight, so we're going to X out of that. It literally moved our spotlight. So best laid plans of mice and men. So maybe you have to wait and get that little spotlight icon. Spotlight. So I don't know if will it give me the if I go towards it. Yeah, I don't know. It's moving off the spotlight there, so it's not recognizing that. Yeah, and see, it moved spot that I had there. So I don't think it's recognizing that that's what I want, what I'm trying to. So I think what I need to do here is probably get below it, and let's line up on it. So I probably had, I suspect because I had things in the background there, it didn't recognize it. Okay, so it's telling us we got spotlight there. Let me, I'm going to move the stick to the right like I was telling you. Yeah, and it's working. Yeah, so then we got that spotlight. So it's calling the head of the tower the point of interest. Okay, so our point of interest, it kind of, we got closer to it there. So let's back off from it a little bit here. And as we raise, I'm going to raise an altitude, and it should keep the drone, the camera, looking right at that spot. So now again, as I move the stick to the right, I'm not touching the left stick at all, and it's just going to do an orbit around that spot that we picked. So let's fly straight towards it. So the other thing you can do, as you fly towards it, it will lower the gimbal, should lower the gimbal to keep it on that spot. And it does. Now what I found is it will not go over the top of it. It'll just stop right there, and it'll start going in a circle. So yeah, see, it even tells us target too close. But look, as I back off now, it raises the gimbal automatically. So I'm going to go the stick to the left, and without touching the left stick at all, just the right stick, we're doing an orbit around the point of interest. So for instance, we can go over the top of it and lower altitude and raise altitude, and it'll keep the camera right on it. So you can do those parallax moves that, I'll be honest with you, a guy like me, I'm lowering altitude and reversing at the same time. I normally wouldn't be able to do that. I just being honest with you, for me, that I struggle to have the skill to do those kind of moves. But with spotlight mode, you can do that. Okay, so spotlight will also, we're going to try something here. I'm going to X out of that. So we are out of focus track now. Let's bring the drone back to us here. And I see, I wasn't recording that whole time. We're going to go into the app here, and we're going to look under control, and we're going to enable target scanning. Maybe. Okay, target scanning is enabled there. And what that'll do is, just in cameraman mode, it will highlight targets. So you can see there that it put an X on my car, and it might even pick me out there, although I'm standing in the shade. So I'm going to highlight the car, and I'm going to, it will put us then into spotlight mode. In spotlight mode, you'll see that we only have 24, 25, and 30 frames per second. We can't go above that. And I think in regular mode we have many more choices. So I am going to start recording now. So you can see how the car is highlighted. I'm going to show you that I can now fly over the top of the car, and I can gain altitude, and it will keep the gimbal right on the car. So now let's try something. I'm going to have my wife get in the car, and she's going to drive up and down the street here, and I'm going to show you how I still have to fly the drone, but I'll be able to track it. So what Sarah's going to do is she's just going to go up and down the main drag here in between the schools. Okay, but you can see the drone is keeping the car centered in the frame here. So as she moves, now the drone is not going to move, but what it will do is keep the car centered in the frame. You can see the drone yawing around there as the car moves around in the frame. Now what I can do is, oh, she's going right next to me here. I thought she was going on the main drag there, but this is okay. So so what I can do is, as she's driving away, you'll see the drone, keep it in the center of the frame. Now in the meantime, I can catch up to her if I want to with the drone, and I can fly around her even. I could do a loop around her if I wanted to. So what I did is I just moved the stick. Oh, we lost her as she went through those trees. Yeah. Okay guys, so what happened there was when she went, because it's optically tracking, when she went between those two trees, I lost her. So I've got her again. So Sarah, you can go ahead, and she's just going to go right up and down this main track here, and I will I'll see if I can follow her with the drone. And you can see how it's keeping the gimbal right on her. So I'm going to see if I can go to her right. And I'm doing it all with just the left stick. Yeah, I lost her in the shadows there. So then that gives us the point of interest. Yeah, we lost our screen recording. Hang on here just a second. Okay, we lost her in the shadow, but let's see if we can acquire it again, and we did. So that's pretty cool. I just was able to click on that plus sign, and as she went under, the drone, that was the drone turning around itself. So I'm actually following her with the drone, and let's see if we can get to the side of her here. It might lose it in the shadow here. We'll see. Maybe not. No, we got her. So we've got a plus sign over the car again. We're going to try this one more time. So Sarah, what I want you to do this time is just go around here and just make the loop. So I've got her here. I thought I did. There we go. We've got her in spotlight. And I should be able to fly towards her. And she's punching it too. Let me see if I can keep it from losing her here. These shadows seem to kind of cause some grief. So I am full on the right stick. I'm full stick right, and we're circling around her. Yeah, do that again, please. Yeah, and we lost her there. Oh no, it kept it. It picked it back up. Good. So I'm going to move forward and let's see how it tracks. I am full stick forward on the drone right now. And look at that. It kept the camera right on her. So this is kind of a demo what this will do. And obviously as I stay on top of her, it has an easier time tracking her. So let's go the other way. I've got the right stick full to the left. Yeah, one more time, please. So you can see how it tracks her. And there, that was kind of cool. As she came towards the drone, it moved, and I am full stick to the left. And look at that, she is punching it too. She's getting with the program here. She doesn't want to mess around, does she? So I'm holding the right stick full to the left. Yeah, and we lost her there. Maybe it'll find her. Yeah, it did. Look at that. It found her. And let's see as I move forward. One more time, please. So I'm going to drop some altitude here. Obviously not too far because I do not want to crash the drone into anything. Yeah, I can see the drone up there. I'm high enough. And then I'm moving the drone to make sure I don't lose her here. I'm moving the stick, the right stick, to the left, and I did lose her there for a second. And then let's raise altitude again. Okay, that's good. You can park, honey. Thank you. So she's going to park. Let's watch it. Yeah, she's parking over there. Okay. She didn't like where I had it parked. Okay, so we're gonna do a return to home now. So let's get out of spotlight mode. We're out of spotlight mode. We're still recording. I'm hitting return to home. Let's see if we can get a precision landing here. And I dropped the camera straight down, so hopefully we can see. I see there was method to her madness. She wanted to park in the shade. So let's see if as it gets closer, if it'll find that target. We're a ways off here. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be doesn't seem to be interested in precision landing. And you guys can see where it's landing there. It's, you know, probably 3-4 feet off of the pad there. So okay, so I'm going to stop recording, and we're down to 18% battery. Let me get everything shut down, and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay, the DJI Mavic Air 2 continues to impress me. So what we demonstrated today was focus track in spotlight mode. And spotlight mode, when I first looked at it, I thought, well, you know, that's not going to be that useful of a tool because, you know, I guess the drone's hovering, you know, it's going to keep the camera right on you. Well, that's cool. But no, when you think about it, what you can do is it will hold that point of interest, and you can fly the drone around however you want, and you can get a lot of those parallax shots, you know, where you're raising an altitude and rotating around it, or those kind of things. That quite honestly, that's something I would struggle to do manually, because you're trying to yaw, and you're trying to bank, and you're trying to pitch, and you're trying to adjust the gimbal, all three at the same time. That's why the real serious camera drones have two controllers. They've got one guy flying the drone and another guy controlling the camera. But this cameraman, or spotlight mode, it's called cameraman mode on the Paradenofi, so that's why I say that once in a while. But the spotlight mode is really handy for those kind of things. And by the way, with this latest update, they said it will do it in sport mode up to 19 meters per second, so that's 42 miles an hour. So in theory, you've got a speedboat going across the water, you could keep up with him, and you could track him and even do an orbit around him or whatever, and, you know, get all kinds of cool views, or, you know, a motorcycle or whatever it is. It gives you a lot of options for action shots. So yeah, pretty darn cool. And you know, I'm worried that I didn't have recording started when I was flying around the head of the cell phone tower. You guys will have already known that by now. I won't know till I get this thing home and take a look at what I've got on the SD card. But we did, when we had Sarah take my car and run back and forth here, we showed it tracking her, and you know, you could lose it. So what I noticed is when the car would get in the shade or get blocked by the trees, it would lose that tracking. But a couple of times there, I let it find the car again. As soon as it came down, it lost it, but then as soon as it saw it again, it grabbed it again. So there's some pretty serious intelligence, CPU power going on in this guy, because it figured it out. And you know, I probably didn't do some of the cool things you could do in more of an open area, but you know, we rotated the drone around her and we changed altitude, etc. So it just kind of gives you an idea of what you'll be able to do with it. So anyway, I hope this helped you out. I had fun messing around with it here, and that's a function that I'm going to use, I think, more in the future. So in any case, this is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out. And if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I really appreciate you taking a look at this video. And you know what? We absolutely will see you on the next one. The DJI Mavic Air 2, just a phenomenal piece of technology.